Hello and welcome back. Unfortunately, this is going to be my final episode on this build, as I've ended up where I didn't want to go, with a complete mess of a factory. All that crap that I built as a temporary production line for a lot of different stuff, it just took the overhand in the end, and I just can't be bothered cleaning it up, at least for now. Anyways, let's get into what I'm actually here to do. I'm going to finish my steel production line, which is going to be a bit different from the previous factories I've built, as I'm going to use trucks to transport the material from one side of the factory platform to another. So first of all, I need to expand my platform a whole lot. And for the trucks, I'm going to need fuel, so there will also be a mission to go get some oil. And there's also going to be more temporary placement of different stuff. And in the end, we'll see if I can get a proper production of all the steel stuff going. So first of all, I'm starting with placing the assemblers for the steel bars and steel pipes. I have steel bars, well, I'm not sure I'm gonna place them yet. One on the top level and one on the bottom level. And I've only got enough steel for about 6 assemblers in total, so I'm not gonna do more than that. I'll just make these 6 and I'll have to expand it whenever it's needed in the future. Building the walls and the room as I usually do. There's no big surprise there. Square room with some stairs, some walls, and a roof. Just like every other building I've already built. And there we have the final result. Another square building, just like all the other ones we already have. Next up is expanding the platform for where I'm gonna build the next factory. And I'm thinking in the area over here. I'm just gonna extend the platform all the way over, and I'll find a plan as I go. And I completely forgot to press record when building the platform extension, but doesn't matter. You'll be able to see it at the end of the episode anyways. Moving on. Next project on the agenda is getting some oil. And as you can see at the top of my screen, I have 2 oil locations just about a kilometer away, so it shouldn't be too long of a walk, except that I have to pass this giant mountain here. Luckily, I can soup in a bunch of stairs in just a few clicks, and in barely no time at all, I'm all the way at the top. And then what's next is navigating across this mountain to find my oil. And I found my oil all the way at the bottom of this pit. But then again, all I need to do is soup my way down with some stairs and I'll have access to my oil. And I found my impure oil, unfortunately. Fortunately though, there's another node just over here. It's guarded by an alien, but I managed to sneak in an oil extractor without them noticing me. So with 2 extractors in place, it's time to get my electricity and piping fixed. So I'll just pull down the electricity, simple as that. I'm not gonna use time in making it look good. And get some pipe and pumps for getting the oil back home. That's my pipe all the way up to the top of the mountain. Now I'm just gonna add in a few pumps, or a bunch of pumps, to get oil flowing all the way up. And with that done, it's time to lay down the pipes so all the oil can flow freely all the way back to my base. And that's the final pipe. Now it's just time to start building the fuel processing. And as I always do, it's going to be a temporary build. Probably going to be permanent, but let's just call it temporary. So finally, after running back and forth 100 times to get the materials needed, I finally have a working production line for fuel. Oil comes in, turns into fuel and plastic. Plastic then goes into another factory making canisters. The fuel then comes into the canisters and then goes to my truck stations, which delivers fuel and materials to my trucks. And as I mentioned earlier on, I already built the platform to where I wanted it. Now I'm building a tall building. So the plan here is to have my constructors or assemblers on this level I'm building now, and I'll have a lower level where you can see I've built the truck station already, which is going to be like a truck depot. And the setup for these assemblers is going to be pretty much the same as I've had on all the other builds. Entry from one side, exit from the other side. They then go down conveyor lifts to the level below. And this is the lower level where the materials goes up from one truck station or two truck stations is going to be. They come up through the floor, and the finished product comes down here and goes into its own truck station. So just putting in the finishing touches on my truck depot, and then it should be all good to go. And here's my truck leaving my temporary production line and coming in for a brand new factory. So while we watch this beautiful scenery of my truck working its way, delivering the goods, I'll just take the opportunity to say thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, leave a like, leave a dislike, subscribe if you want more content like this. Goodbye.